Okay, so this is an exercise in dividing. They give us a function, and they want us to divide it by x plus 2, then x plus 1, x, blah, 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 and they want the remainders. So, okay. So I'm just going to do synthetic division a bunch of times here. So for the first one, I'm going to write down the function. Whoops, that was not what I wanted. So the function is 2, negative 6/8, so 2, negative 6/8. This is going to be the remainder spot right out here. And x plus 2. Now careful, remember when it's next to x, it's the opposite. Oops. Remember that? It's the opposite of whatever the value is next to x. So the opposite of plus 2 is minus 2. It's the opposite of whatever number's next to x. Okay, bring it down 2, and then swing it round like that, and then put right there. So you multiply. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4, and then you add these up. Negative 10, and then you swing it around again. Multiply negative 2 times negative 10 is plus 20, add them up, 28. That's the remainder, 28. So again, make sure you always do the opposite out here whenever you have a number next to x. So put negative 2. All right, and then so this one's going to be the same. This one's well, here, let me do another one like that. So now I'll come down and I'll go, all right, second one, put right here again, it's 2 minus 6, 8, and but this time now it's plus 1. Remember again, it's opposite. Well, why is it opposite? Well, because it's supposed to be written as x minus a minus 1. Remember, that's how we write all the zeros. So write x plus 1 is really x minus a minus 1. So that means minus 1 is really the 0. That's why it's opposite, because you're really supposed to write it as x minus the 0. So x plus 1 would be x minus a minus 1. So it's whenever it's next to x, it's opposite when you take it to the synthetic division. Okay, so synthetic division, now we just bring it down to multiply it around. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. Add them up, that's negative 8. And multiply negative 1 times negative 8 is plus 8. Ooh, I did that scribbly. Add them, 16. So that's the remainder there, 16, positive 16. Now for this third one over here, I want to show that. Oops, didn't use the tool. For the third one, same numbers, 2 minus 6, 8. There's our remainder. We're dividing by x. So what number's next to x? 0. It's like x minus 0. It's a 0. When they just give you x, the number next to it is 0. So then go, okay, bring down the 2, swing it around, multiply. What's 0 times 2? Well, 0. Add them up, minus 6, swing it around again. 0 times minus 6, what's that? Well, 0. Add it up, 8. 8 is the remainder. 8 is the remainder on that one. And then for the last two, so it's x minus 1. Again, it's opposite. So it's going to actually be plus 1 there, isn't it? So it's going to be 2 minus 6, 8. So for this one, the opposite of minus 1, plus 1. Because it's always opposite. Because it's x minus the 0. So the 0 is actually a regular one, a positive one. And then we carry it out. So bring it down, 2, swing it around, multiply. 1 times 2 is 2. Add them up, and you get negative 4. Multiply it around. 1 times -4 is -4. Add them up, and you get +4 as your remainder. +4. So that's the remainder, +4. And then the last one is going to be a -2. I'll just squeeze it in right over here. And boom, and 2 minus 6, 8. And so it's x minus 2. But again, it's opposite. Whenever it's next to x, it's opposite. So it'll be +2, right? Because it's x minus the 0. So then let's carry it out, bring it down, 2, multiply it around. 2 times 2 is 4. Add them up. That's going to be -2. And then multiply it around. 2 times -2 is -4. Add them up. 8 minus 4 is 4. 4 is the remainder. So there we go. So it's the same remainder we got last time. So remember, whenever you do this synthetic division, this dividing, it's always the opposite of the number next to x. If you have a +2 next to x, you use -2 in your dividing. If you have a -2 next to x, you use +2 in your dividing. It's always opposite. If you just have plain x, you use 0 in your dividing, like that. So interesting observation here. These are the same answers we would get if we just plugged into the function, by the way. If you just plug into the function, you're going to get the same exact thing. So like on the +2, if I just plugged in -2 for x, you would get 28. It's the same thing. So just a side observation. There we go.